My channel is small, but I provide valuable and accurate information. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Your support means a lot to me.
Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. We've got a lot of news about XRP to go over, actually 5 stories. But before I do that, I'd be remiss if I didn't share a post on my X platform. And I gotta be honest with you, it's getting pretty heated up over there. If you'd like to follow me on X and watch all of the haters and all of my amazing followers that are students of mine, go check it out over there. X is where it gets brutal. People are insane, and also people are amazing. You have the two polar opposite ends of the spectrum over there. Now, this is all about XRP, right? This video, we've got like 5 different stories to go out. And again, I want to tell you, I've never sold one of my XRP. I'm holding a large position, and I'm going to be holding it for much higher prices. I'm going to sell off just 10% of my holdings when it hits $12. It's a symbolic thing. I know it sounds funny because a lot of you go, why would you sell it at 12 and you know it's going to be probably 18 this year? That's my price prediction, between 12 and $18. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. I do not like all these YouTubers that go out and say it's going to be $1,000, $396 this year. I think that's insanity, but that's okay. There are people that have had dreams, but they don't. Look, I've been through the whole prophecy thing and all that stuff for decades and studying it like crazy. And you need to understand this. One thing that is certain is nothing happens in your timing. Nothing happens in my timing when I want it to happen. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? And it's important for you to hear that, because I'm going to tell you a personal story based off of an angry post I got because of one of my courses. And I'll say it right now. I have decided to not share any of my crypto picks and my trainings on any of my social media platforms from now on, okay? Those picks are reserved for my students in the DeFi course. If you want to be serious and you got real money in the game and you want to buy that course, it just went up again, and I'm running a few day sale. I'm going to cancel it after the next coin pick comes out, because I've put a bunch of money into it and I don't want to mess this up with anybody. My students will not be liquidity for anybody. And we've seen some bad actors. There's actually YouTubers out there. They're small, and they'll always be small because they don't understand life and how the world works. But they're out there. They bought into my course to find out what I'm talking about, and they're trying to buy it all up so they can dump it on people. That's not going to happen. All right. There's a lot of reasons why I pick the projects I'm picking and why we're constantly hitting winners. And that's because we know that social media engagement's picking up and a bunch of other things, because we got some special little tools out there looking for this. So if you guys want, there you go. If you want the DeFi Pro and the Solana meme course, which is a DeFi course in and of itself, and you want Dylan and Ninja's secret picks, and I'm going to teach you when I stake on a specific network, I'm going to teach you how to do it. If I run a node on a specific network, I'm going to teach you how to do it, but not everyone else. The link's down below. So this is a perfect example of a broke mindset. This is what I said. Somebody posted, I hope you're happy, because I made that announcement about the course. And again, we're getting all the XRP stuff. Just give me a second. Hope you're happy. Just got my wife to let me buy the DeFi course. Things are super tight, as I've had 2 surgeries in the last year. Now it's went up $200, and you smile about it, telling me it's going up again. Haven't even had time to go through the Crypto Trader Pro segments yet, with 3 exclamation marks. All right. So what I did is I pinned the comment, and I said something. This is what I said. And I want you guys to let me know if you agree with me or not. And then I'm going to explain why. And I'm going to give you a chance to vote on this. Okay. So type 1 if you think I was being a jerk by saying this. Type 2 if you think, or you understand why I'm saying it. This is a perfect example of a broke mindset. I looked his account up, and he had the Crypto Trader Pro course since April and only finished 32% so far. Also, what part of this, me saying the course is going up, don't you get? I offered it to you for $499 4 weeks ago. I sent you an email. So what do you guys think? Was I a jerk? See, here's the deal. A lot of people were saying, well, what would Jesus do? And I said, Jesus would probably call them out like the Pharisees. See, we need an army. This is the financial war we're fighting right now. Type yes or no if you agree with me. Satan is in charge of the money supply. Do you understand that? Like, I hope you get that. There are more satanic symbols on a dollar bill. I don't got one of those pieces of crap here, but it's the world we live in, right? We're supposed to be in this world, but not of it. There are more satanic symbols on that paper than you can shake a stick at. Satan runs the money supply. Satan has this system of debt set up. A mortgage is literally, the meaning of the word mortgage is a death contract. I want you out of this bondage, right? Well, in the Bible, if people want to ask, what would Jesus do? Well, there's stories in the Bible of God saying, hey, I want you to go destroy a city. Well, that's weird. Why would God say that? Well, because there's bad people in this world. I want you to go destroy the city, and I'm going to have you go do something. You're going to walk around this city for a certain amount of days. You're going to blow the shofar and stuff. And you know what? There are people that walk up, and they were all part of a tribe that were supposedly all believing in God, right? And they're like, oh, gosh, man, we got to do this weekend. I got things to do. I got stuff going on. I got family coming into town. No joke. This is from the Bible. And there's other people like, oh gosh, I'm not feeling that well. I got, sick family. I got to go take care of them. And the leaders are like, fine, you guys go and you guys go. And there's just this small group left and he goes, hey, you ready to go destroy the city like God told us? And they all went, yep. And said, let's go do it. This is a war. The world is against you when it comes to your finances because Satan set up the education system and Satan set up the financial system. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? So we don't need a bunch of sheep. We need lions. Now, when it comes, I have taught you guys how to make money in all kinds of different ways, from starting a business, from to buying real estate and understanding these cycles. Like, look, I bought a house the other day because it was a functional purchase, right? I know real estate's going to keep going down. I've told you I did the same thing in '05 because to make more money. I got the property for, what was it, like almost 20% under value. And they're so angry. They're angry that they accepted my offer. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm pretty much the only person walking in the door here. And they're just angry. The sellers are angry. And then I went and found the old owners. And I asked them, like, hey, how did they get you down in price? Like, oh, they jacked with us the whole time. Like, oh, yeah, I don't feel bad for them at all. But it's because they have a broke mindset. That's it. If this offends you, don't ever watch this channel again. It's okay. I only want to deal with the handful of lions that are ready to go conquer the world. You guys want to talk about XRP? Let's talk about XRP. Now, again, I've shown you so I haven't sold in my XRP, right? And I've been building up XLM. And since I've been buying up XLM, it's down. I'm down like 25%. That's okay. I know what the future is for XLM. I know what the future is for XRP. And I'm okay with that. But at the same time, I want to show you guys some smaller market caps, anywhere between $50 and $250 million projects that are epic DeFi projects that have been waiting. And I'm not joking. These teams are hiding from the government. If you knew what was truly going on with the Biden administration in the last 4 years and how they wanted to destroy crypto, and the sad thing is, because they work for agents in China, for BlackRock and all these other places, and if they can keep it suppressed and everyone's scared, they're buying up all this stuff. Gosh darn, do you guys understand that? Type XRP if you get that, if that makes sense to you. And type XRP if you own it. Let's freaking go. And I said, freaking. I always use that word. I shouldn't use that word. Okay, first story. This is a price story. Pundit, who correctly predicted XRP's price crash to $2.05. He's not the only one. And I got so much hate when I said, hey, XRP is going to fall from here. You get ready. And it's going to be a buying opportunity. And what's crazy is sheep buy when things are high. Lions buy when things are low, and their buys are based off of fundamentals. All right? And here, let's just, no, screw it. You know what? Say it right now. Are you a lion or are you a sheep? And I need you to say it out loud and type it. And then I want you to keep reminding yourself, because you want to know why. You know, that guy was talking about losing money and asking his wife or having hard times and asking his wife's permission. You know what? I don't do that, just so you know. Me and my wife have had knockdown, drag out fights about money. And she always focused on, the truth is, she focused on the 2 times I lost money. Although ironically, I'm the one that started the side hustle, built up the money and invested it and lost it. She focused on that, not the 150 times I made money, right? Well, those arguments don't happen anymore, all right? Here's the deal. Do you know why I lost money? Big time. We're talking 6 figures each time, 2 times when I was first married. And again, I built up the money, the cash flow, the extra business, selling things on eBay. It's because I got emotional. See, sheep, emotions. We're seeing this all over. Lions. They're so mellow, it's crazy. It scares the piss out of me. You're looking at them and they're like, that thing want to eat me? Or I don't know what, it just wants to eat me. That's all it wants to do. And that's the point. This is what we need. All right, here we go. XRP's price trajectory, who cares about that? Okay, XRP test fair value, who cares about this? Demand zone, get to the, this is nothing news story. You guys know I don't read these before you. All right, so that's just getting, that company just wants clicks, copy. XRP experts worry. Oh, let's read this. I'm not worried. Expert says, why worry about buying XRP at $3? Look at Bitcoin's 96,000% rise. Actually, I completely agree with that. I don't even need to read the story. So, so many people are like worried about XRP at $2.50 when it was like almost $3, right? I don't think you get it. XRP is going to be worth a lot of money in the near future. It's going to be worth, it'll go up like 4 times, 5 times this year. But in the next 10, 20 years, this thing's going to be like thousands of dollars because of the burn rate increasing, because of more adoption, because of more use cases. I mean, Ripple has just came out, so many different use cases. We're going to get into the real estate deal. They will, you watch, they're going to be recording real estate transactions on XRP Ledger. You won't even need an escrow company. Oh, here we go. The SEC postpones lawsuits till May. Yeah, it's because they're losing. They're going to keep losing, and it's already over. But the SEC is trying to hold on to any thread of relevance here. Just wait until Doge goes in and audits the SEC. You watch this. I bet you, I wouldn't be surprised. Elon, you got my permission. Go in, audit the SEC, and you'll find out that they have communications, that they were doing this all on purpose, and there's probably communications with agents from BlackRock and all these other places saying, okay, we're going to keep them down. I'm just throwing that out there. What does the ninja know, though? It says here, the SEC is postponing actions on prominent crypto enforcement lawsuits, which may be a way of buying time to dismiss them. It has already postponed the deadline for the Coinbase case, but hasn't dropped its biggest lawsuits yet. It said under Gary Gensler, obviously sued. Who cares? We all know that stuff. I don't need to repeat all this crap. All right, let's go to the next one. And then I'm going to share with you something very serious. I take this very serious. XRP price jumps as the SEC acknowledges Canary Capital and Wisdom Tree's XRP ETF finally. This is old news too. And it's not, gosh, you know what's funny? I'm about to bring my students what I believe is not the next big thing. I think in a handful of years, it's going to be big. That's why I put a lot of money behind it and invested in it a specific way. But most people don't see this. Cryptocurrency is way more than buying something low and selling something high. This is akin to you being able to derive income from companies that are building something big on the blockchain and recording all of their transactions. Most people don't even understand dividend paying stocks and what happens during a crash to dividend paying stocks. That's when you want to dive into them, because solid companies that are still selling things, are giving out a dividend, but the percentage based on how much the stock has crashed has increased so much more. Crypto is bigger than that. Crypto is more than that. Most people don't understand staking pools. They start at really high rates and everyone thinks that's a scam. Well, it's just because there's nobody on and they have a certain amount of pool that they've got to give the funds out to. And as more people dive onto the network and stake, the rates go down. Well, a lot of people, actually, very few people saw this with Ethereum when it first started, because a lot of people in crypto now weren't in crypto when Ethereum went from proof of work to proof of stake. And that's the thing that's dangerous. Look, something that's very important to me is this. I have gotten on Zoom calls with my students before, and I've looked at all of the documentation in the software that we use for our courses, and I see that most people, this is a sad state of affairs. 30% of the people that buy my courses actually watch all the courses. And this is very sad to me, because I just got an email from a gentleman named Sandy. I'm sure he's watching this. He's one of my first subscribers. He's awesome. And I had a very emotional breakdown on one of our live coaching calls on the tax lien course, because I didn't know he was in the course. I hadn't seen him in probably 2 years. I saw him at an event in Dallas, and as we're closing up the coaching call, I'm like, hey, has anyone had any wins? We got to start recording these. I want to see that you guys are buying these tax liens and making money. And someone named Sandy gets on and goes, hey, I've got a win. And I go, oh, sweet, Sandy, put her on. And all of a sudden someone texts back, Sandy's not a girl. Like, what are you talking about? I'm sorry, it's sexist, but yeah, your name's Sandy. And anyway, Sandy pops up and I know Sandy and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. And I have this emotional breakdown. I'm like, you're the one that won? And he's all excited. And he had made, oh gosh, how much did he make? I want to say, I don't want to lie, 12% on his money in a couple of weeks doing tax liens. And he just emailed me the other day and he goes, dude, I just made 38% on my money again. And I'm like, and he showed me 2 checks and 2 tax lien certificates. But I get upset with my students when I find out they don't take my courses. See, this isn't a money-making scheme. This is like, I'm going to change the world, and you've got to have enough skin in the game to try and then become a very big success. I spent a lot of time and money taking wealthy people out to dinners, lunches, coffees, buying books, buying programs, buying classes to get where I am now. I did this whole channel, not changing my clothes with cardboard, because I wanted to relate to every single one of you, because I am still like you. I cleaned people's homes. I was a firefighter making $110,000 a year, cleaning the crap off of people's toilets at their home by myself, or my dad actually helped me. Thank you, Dad, if you're listening. So that I could earn extra money to invest in a business, and then invest in crypto and invest in real estate. And I know what it's like, and I'm never going to forget that. I'm never going to say no to any of you when you ask for a photo. I'm never going to, I saw somebody, not that I look up to, I got pictures of me in presents. I care less. I've got pictures. I'm not impressed by famous people, but there was a guy the other day that I really appreciate his YouTube videos. And I'm like, hey man, I appreciate your sermons. And I couldn't even get that word out. And he just turned around and walked away in front of a whole crowd. I was like, wow. And I just said, look, I'll never be that guy. And he's, so cocky. I mean, geez, my channel's like 4 times more viewed than his, but hey, they're fancy. You got a Bentley. I guess I could have one too, but I just don't want one. I don't need that on my social media. That's the truth, guys. So if you get angry and you're like, oh, the ninja's talking about Bentleys and Lambos. Yeah, I've been able to buy a Lamborghini cash since I was 25. That's the truth. If that offends you, dude, go. Just walk away. Because while I was 25, 35, and 45, I was getting mocked at the fire station for having Big 5 tennis shoes because I shop at Big 5. That's the truth about me. You want, that's the truth. Okay? I'm still like that. I don't need a real Rolex. I can go roll a fake Rolex. And if you say, nice watch, I'm like, it's fake. I just want real things in my life. I want you to win. And you've got to make the choice. It's up to you. Do you want to win or do you want to lose? If you want to win, it's going to take real skin in the game. It's going to take time to read a book. Go buy a book. It's going to take time to watch a documentary. Go watch the documentaries. Put down the Netflix. Put down the video games. Stop going to the football games and all the soccer games and all this stuff. Start working. Go crush it. Right now is the season for crypto. We are in the Super Bowl of making money. I hope you get that. I have watched comments on X saying the ninja has made me over $1 million in the last 6 weeks. You want to know why? Because that person, whoever it was ready. They had some capital. They had the mindset and they moved. End of story. There are people that I have talked to that put $400 into one pick. It turned into $4,800. And they cashed out, and then they moved it into another pick. I don't even know where they're at now. So you can't sit there and tell me, oh, it must be nice for you because you got money. If you have that attitude, I don't ever want to see you watch one of my videos again. That's the truth. I want winners. And winners have nothing to do with the amount, their net worth. It has to do with their mindset. Gosh, man, type 100 if you agree with this or you're at least getting something out of this. Because that's the kind of tough love that you need. So before you sit there and say, what would Jesus do? Well, last time I checked, Jesus wasn't a coward. As a matter of fact, cowards are the first group of people, the first mindset of people that God throws in the lake of fire. So if you want to get real, let's just call a spade a spade. The Pharisees were out there running around trying to use the law against Jesus all the time, and Jesus kept smacking them down with the truth. Hey, the truth hurts. I don't know what to tell you. But this is really how we all make money. This is a financial war we are fighting right now. Every day that you pay bills, you are fighting a financial war. If you are a broke mindset, a poor mindset, it's probably because you are an employee and all you know, this is the truth, all you do in life is trade your time, which is 40, 30, 40, 50 hours a week. You're trading your time for stuff. And that's not how it goes. Wealthy people trade, they use their creativity and their thoughts to convert it into wealth. That's the difference between a poor person and a wealthy person. That's it. Now, just so you know, when I hit $1 billion, and I'm gonna be a billionaire someday. Everyone needs goals. And I want to feed nations. That's my goal. That's what I want to do. And we've been doing it for a long time, not nations, but we give our percentage, and our percentage, our tithe, can do so much. And as you make more money, that goes up and to a point where you're like, I've got enough, can't even spend this much money. So you can give more. This is an incredible opportunity in life, right? I'm going to still ride a tricycle. I'm just going to piss a bunch of fancy people off. The ninja, well, that's just how the ninja is. Now I'm going to go and call someone that's probably watching this video right now. Maybe he's not. Probably will. One of my first subscribers that I met in an airport the other day, leaning up against a vending machine sitting on the floor, and he was my divine encounter. The whole reason I was in Vegas, I walked away from Vegas going, where's my divine encounter? I expected to meet someone that I was going to be able to help. They were going to be able to help me. And like, as I'm leaving and I'm getting on the plane, I'm not joking, 10 minutes from having to board, I run into this gentleman. It was my divine encounter. Start expecting more out of life. Say it out loud. Say, today I'm going to have a breakthrough. Today I'm going to have a breakthrough. And say it to all your friends and family. And you know what? They're going to look at you like you're nuts. But you know what? The only person that ain't nuts is you. Because you're speaking it out into the environment, into the atmosphere, and you're moving towards it. What's happening is when you say, I'm expecting more. I'm expecting to meet someone that's going to help me, or I'm going to be able to help them, because you can't have it one way. You can't just ask people for help. You'll always be a failure if all you're looking for is a handout. But you sit there and say, hey, I'm going to have a breakthrough. God's got a breakthrough for me. God has a break for you every single day. Yep. I'm going to go now. Ninja's out.